you can see, it's a bright sunny day here at the cabin. It's Tuesday, and really enjoying the sun for a change. All the rain and the mud and the wet ground, that was getting old, so I am very much going to enjoy this. I thought today too I would take a few minutes and actually do a walk through the cabin. I had a couple of questions, being that it's a prefab, in terms of the layout and how we're set up in there. So I thought maybe the best way to handle that is just take you for a quick tour, show you where we're at inside and where we need to go. But yeah, hopefully this answers questions, and then if there's anything that you're wondering about after we've taken the tour, just let me know in the comments. Be very interested to get your thoughts as well on what you think of the layout. So yeah, let's get started. So in terms of some general information about the cabin, I know I touched on this in an earlier video, but it is a 24-foot wide by 36 feet long. It is a single-story cabin, but it does have the loft. And the porch is 8 feet wide. And we have our new chairs set up here. Super comfy, great place to chill. And then on this side, lots of quality time spent on the Weber grill. So yeah, like the roomy porch, it's great. And particularly when you're enjoying a cold beverage, this is the place to be. All right, let's go inside. Okay, so this would be the view as you step through the double doors at the front. To my right, we have our living area. So we have a love seat and then a couple chairs. Okay, and then Kimber's bed is there. This is an older TV, so the plan would be to get something lighter and a little bit bigger and mount it up on the wall, and perhaps underneath I think we're gonna put a bookcase, some additional storage that we badly need here. Of course, our Osborne wood stove. We're flip-flopping in terms of the back splash, whether we're gonna put some stone or brick, veneer, something to kind of break up the drywall. So I don't know what you think about that, but your opinion would be welcome. But it's a cozy space. It's not very big, but you know, there's generally just two of us here. And of course, Kimber and sometimes Caesar. So yeah, we like it. Outside, we have our small dining area. Of course, I also use it as a home office. I'm set up there. Q is prefers to be upstairs. She's in the loft with her equipment to remotely connect to work. So we got a small table. We do have an additional table put aside if the kids are up or we have guests. And then of course we have the kitchen. Now this is a very small kitchen, but functional. I mean, you know, in the space we have, we made it work. We tried to optimize the amount of cupboards and drawers we could put in here. We did go with a smaller 24-inch fridge, and that allowed us to go with a full-size gas stove. And we just decided that, seeing that we have another fridge in the pantry, I think we wanted the bigger stove in this case. There's I guess the farmhouse sink, stainless steel. And there's our dishwasher. Now, this was just supposed to be an L shape, and then we decided that we would come out, you know, here, so that we could accommodate the dishwasher. So it was supposed to stop. The counter was supposed to stop at that window, but this gave us a lot more usable counter space in addition to the dishwasher, and then also our biggest set of drawers here. So we think that was a good call. It makes it a little bit tighter here at the table, but that's okay. We're making it work. And so when you're sitting at the table, three of the seats anyway get a nice view outside, so you can see the birds or the lake, depending on the time of year. We actually opted for larger windows, just kind of give us more of a view. So that part's really nice. And on the back side of the cabinets here, we did ask the kitchen company to put in a, I guess it's like a hidden cabinet anyway, but this was very much needed. This is where we put our small appliances and pots and pans, and that drawer at the bottom will slide out, which is kind of cool. Other than that, there's not much we need to do here. The backsplash, boy, I'll tell you, we keep coming up with different ideas, but end up going nowhere with it. So we need to put in a backsplash for sure. And outside of that, and maybe some, some prints, I want to do a couple shelves up here, open shelves. And beyond that, we're pretty much done in this section, I think. So that would be the kitchen. Okay, so let's work our way down the hall, and starting on the left, we have the walk-in pantry. I'm sure many of you are familiar with this little room that we have, seeing how I featured it in a couple previous videos where I was struggling to put in the shelves, but it turned out pretty good. We have this section here. This is for our cleaning supplies, obviously, and then the shelves above is where we store, extra paper products and other supplies that up on the top shelf that we wouldn't use that often. And then, of course, the food storage is over here, and on these two shelves that are on each side of the fridge. And this is the small kind of bar fridge. I guess it's retro style. Pretty good fridge, holds a lot. I like the fact it has a separate freezer. So in addition to keeping our drinks cold, it also works, as an overflow, because you saw that the other fridge, our main fridge, is actually smaller. So this is really handy. And then back here, I put up those hooks, and then that shelf. We needed, a place to hang jackets and also store some extra gear, because you probably noticed that when you come in the door, there is no closet. So we're really limited to the coat rack there, which serves us well. But yeah, we needed to sort of expand upon that. Okay, next up on the grand tour is the bathroom. Apologies, it's a little tight, so it's hard to get kind of a good view of everything at once, but I'll kind of show you in parts here. The vanity itself is from Costco. Really happy with it. Very well constructed. It's got the stone countertop there and sink integrated. Good amount of storage. Underneath there's like a pull-out shelf, so really handy. And then we've got some baskets down there, so that worked out pretty well. It is heavy, so let me tell you, getting it up into this cabin was no fun job. And then mirror, light fixture. Okay, and then yeah, we all know what that is. Behind the door, we have some extra shelves. So we put our towels, and then I have these 4 baskets, which I purchased off Amazon. They're actually really handy and pretty well constructed. So we would keep like, personal supplies like shampoo and stuff up there. We got one of the baskets is for first aid. We got one keeps towels for Kimber and Caesar, and then some extra, hand towels and stuff for us in the other one. The shower does have a light. There we go. And yeah, pretty basic. I mean, just we went with a standard tub and, tile setup. We were considering one of those, all-in-one type setups, but decided to go this route. I'll make mention that the curved curtain rod for the shower curtain does make a huge difference. I am really happy with that. It was a pain in the ass to put up. It's one of those tension ones, but the payoff is there. I mean, it really does actually make you feel like you got quite a bit more room when you're taking a shower. So good stuff for that. As far as anything else to do here, it's all painted up. We'll probably put in some prints and just kind of pretty it up a little, as much as you can do for a bathroom. But outside of that, this room is done. All right, so the last room down the hallway on this side is our little laundry room. Not much going on in here. Well, here's the new Danby washing machine that we talked about in our last video. Really enjoying it. Does make life easier here. I've done several loads since I've been here for about 2 weeks now, and I got a few things drying on the rack here. Yeah, so this little shelf probably gonna be replaced soon with a kind of a nicer pantry style cabinet. And then the drying rack here. I like the size. I mean, it's okay to stay in this room, or we can easily move it out onto the porch if we need to. That's from IKEA, as well as this little shelf, which is handy. We keep our washing supplies there and a few other things. I'm not sure if it'll be staying here, but right now it works for our purpose. And the little fan, I just hooked that up to kind of speed up the drying process on some of the heavier clothes. Other than that, well, we just have our electrical panel here behind the ladder. Oh, and I should mention down here, this set of outlets is actually for use with the generator. So we have a plug on the outside that's kind of weatherproof. And when we plug the generator in, it powers up these 6 outlets. So that gives us the opportunity to use extension cords and, run the fridge, a heater, lighting, whatever we need in the event of an extended outage. And as you know, we get our share here. So it just gives us some peace of mind. And it was a pretty easy hookup. So that's really about it. Couple tweaks, and in this room, we are good to go. Here we are at the back. So this back door, and you can see there's all the rounds that you would have seen us toiling away to stack earlier. And yeah, looks a little precarious there on the hill, but hopefully they don't roll away on us. Yeah, so not much to see out here. We don't use it that much right now, but our plan is to put a deck, and ideally with some screened off area too to sit out, because it is really beautiful back there. Looking at the forest. Okay, so before I make my way through the other rooms along the hallway here, I just thought I would mention the flooring that we chose. It's a luxury vinyl plank flooring, and we picked this for a few reasons. We needed something that was scratch resistant and didn't mark up easily. That's when you have a dog like Kimber, that's pretty much a must. It's also water resistant, and in fact we used vinyl in the bathroom. This is a little bit different in that it's more tile shaped, and it's designed to look like stone. So it came out pretty nice. We're happy with it. It's really soft to walk on. It has that cork underlayment. So it's very comfortable in that respect, and it's good in cold weather. So when we're not here and we just have minimal heat, it holds up to that too. So there's no, shrinking or issues with the boards separating. So really happy with that choice. Highly recommend it. And if you have any questions, we can provide more details on this particular style. To the other side now, and this is our guest bedroom. It's not clearly not finished yet. We have a couple temporary tables in here, a couple IKEA lights, and we have a queen bed. Over here is some temporary hanging space for our stuff. I will be putting some sort of wardrobe in here. I just have to figure out one that's the right size. I think IKEA is calling me on that one. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. The rooms are fairly small, maybe 11. I think they're 11 by 10. But that's okay. I mean, being that it's a cabin, we don't spend a lot of time here. We're usually outside or in the front living area. We do need to add, obviously, some lights. So probably some type of sconce. Got some painting and touch up to do in here, but you can see the beams that run across, which is really nice. Yeah, so we need to obviously do some finishing work in here and get some prints up and make it a little more cozy. Okay, and onward. So the master bedroom. Very similar, same size. They're actually both identical. One difference, which I'll show you. Okay, so in here, again, queen bed, no closet, just like the other bedroom. So we need to find a wardrobe. Well, hold on. Let me talk to you about the closet thing. A couple of new lights we put in from IKEA, which are kind of cool. And yeah, these nightstands are nice. Amazon product. They have charging and power at the back of them, which is great. So I just set those up and those lights actually on this trip. Now, what's different about this is the stairs are directly behind this bedroom. Okay, so this door, and when you open this door, you would have either A, a closet, or B, what we decided, which is going to be a half bath. So toilet, pedestal sink, we already have a medicine cabinet, and that's it. I mean, just it'll give us 1.5 baths in here. It was a tough decision. We constantly flip-flopped on it, but I think the bathroom won out, and because we figure we could do some sort of wardrobe in here. So interested to get your thoughts. It's small for sure, I get it. A closet when you don't have any would have been great, but I just think this offers just more practicality, especially as more people start coming up to the cabin. But yeah, give me your thoughts. When it's a small cabin, a tour doesn't take very long, does it? So we're just going to head up now to the loft. Kimber's anxiously waiting for me to head back outside. But yeah, so here we go. The stairs were kind of a pain. We actually ended up doing them twice to get it right. But I think we accomplished that finally. And this window here was actually not part of the original plan. This was put in after the fact. We just wanted extra light, extra airflow, and we thought, you know what, better do it before we do all the finish work. So our contractor put that in for us, and we're really happy they did. All right, so up the stairs we go. So the floor here, we need to sand and finish. This is a pine floor. We were debating whether we would, put some sort of maybe luxury vinyl plank over top, but I think we're gonna stick with the pine, and you can kind of see how it goes up there, which is quite nice. Let me just go over to the windows here again. Great view of the bush area out in the back. And yeah, so up here, lots to do. We've got like a small seating area set up for now and a futon in case we have guests. So obviously temporary, but there will be something similar when we're finished. So we do want some sleeping options up here. This is Quien's work area. Lots of extra wood lying around that we haven't cleaned up yet. A couple ceiling fans that we've ignored for about 1.5 years. Hopefully they work. And they would go obviously up in those two areas there, help circulate the air as we, particularly in winter when we want the warm air moving around. So. Alrighty, so the last area up here in the loft is probably the most unique feature of this cabin, and that's this catwalk we had installed. We wanted to take advantage of being on the hill and also take advantage of the lake that's directly across from us. And this balcony certainly accomplishes that for us. It's a beautiful view. Even Kimber likes coming up here to check it out. You can see the lake and a lot of the area around us. I mean, we're pretty high up here, so totally love this feature. Right now, we just have this small set here, just for chilling out, having a drink or a coffee. We'll probably do a little bit more up here in terms of some additional furniture. I don't know, we have this crappy table for some reason, but there is power, so you can run, you know, if you want, you know, music or a heater or something, and of course a light too. So this is really nice. This is what it's about. It's very peaceful up here, and yeah, I am completely happy with how it turned out, and certainly worth the cost because it was not included in the original design. I'll head back down and just wrap this up. I'm going to show you down in the crawl space and what things look like there. But I thought I'd show you too. This is kind of when you have a 12-12 pitch on the roof and an open, you know, cathedral style ceiling, you know, this is kind of what you have to do to get lighting. And we have not figured out what we're going to do here. And on the kitchen side, it's the same thing. So we got 4 lights we need to figure out. So yeah, if anyone knows of some appropriate lights for this kind of area, I'm all ears, because just not finding anything. I think it's the height and how far down it would have to come down, but maybe I need to look harder. But so far, I haven't found anything. Okay, so it's back to the pantry to reveal our top secret hatch down to the crawl space. So let me get that set up and I'll just show you what's up down there. Okay, so you can see that it is a very beefy hatch door. So what we needed to help make our life easier was that strut there, which kind of lifts it up for you. Works great, actually. So very happy we had that done. And I guess, you know, if you look at the size of it, there's a reason why we made it so big, because when you're bringing down, you know, larger items, especially in a tight area like this, you need that extra space to help you get it done. So that's why it occupies a large part of the pantry floor here. Well, hello there. So this is kind of the setup that we use to get up and down. And we had this, well, actually, I probably can't do it with one hand. Let me show you what we did here to make it a little easier to get back up once you're down here, a little more stable. So yeah, give me a sec, I'll set this up. Okay, so there it is in the extended position. Just gives you a little more stability coming up, especially if you're carrying something. The ladder itself there's a brace here, and it's, you know, screwed in really well. So it doesn't really go anywhere, but this is just, you know, makes it a little bit easier coming up. Cool product for sure. Okay, down here, if you hear any loud thumps, that's just me banging my head off, you know, one of the beams going across. But very quickly, this is our HRV, which is it circulates air, helps get the humidity out. This is something that the township required, among many other things. We have a couple very large baseboard heaters, and that will help keep things from freezing. We keep them on the lowest setting, which I think is 4 degrees Celsius. And over here is our on-demand hot water system. Okay, it's a Navian, I believe is the name, and just a fantastic product. It basically, I mean, obviously you don't need a tank, so you're not paying for a rental or the cost of that. I've never had cold water. Once it's, when it's running, it works really well. It's not as quick as maybe an electric or gas-fired water tank, but for the trade-off, we're really happy with it because we just don't have a lot of space for anything. It's not even 4 feet down here in some areas, and then it goes down to about 2 and maybe 3 in others. So, and then back there, I'll spare you the wobbly camera trying to get over there, but that's where our pressure tank is, and our lines come in for the water. Other than that, it's just a huge mess down here. I am going to come down and clean up, take advantage of those bins over there, get everything organized and labeled. But that's it. That's the crawl space. I do not spend time down here unless I have to. It just isn't good on the back. All right, so that's the tour. I hope you found it interesting. As you can see, we're well on our way here, but there's still work to do in terms of paint and trim. The floor in the loft will be a pretty big project. And then, of course, you want to do the backsplashes and get some additional furniture, decor, and on and on. So we're just going to tackle it in steps, and perhaps once we're finished, we'll circle back and give you another tour, just kind of a before and after. One thing I should mention though, just with respect to the loft, because that was one of the questions. What happened there was we were ready to submit plans on a 2-story. Now the minimum requirement here is 864 square feet, so that's fine. And we certainly didn't want to build any bigger than they were forcing us to. So we found it was just under 900 square foot, 2-story plan, 500 on the main floor, 400 on the second floor. So your living area and kitchen, bath and laundry would be down here. Your bedrooms, and I think it was a half bath, were upstairs. And that worked perfectly because the master had a walkout to a balcony, and we thought, all right, we get our view. So then we find out that the 864 square foot requirement isn't part of a 2-story design. That has to be on the main floor. So that changed everything. We now had to start from scratch again and find another plan. And we certainly couldn't justify the cost of 2 finished stories under that requirement. So we went with a single story with loft. Now the challenge there was none of the plans had a catwalk, and I didn't want to lose that view. I didn't want to lose that balcony. So we took our ideas to the builder, and again, this being a prefab, there's limited, there could be some limitations in terms of how they construct, these cabins. So I was kind of holding my breath, but then they came back and said, yeah, we can do it. We'll put the beams across and we can make it work. And they sure did. I'm so thrilled with that part of it. I'll just show you quickly again how it looks from underneath, but really happy with the finished product. Okay, so that's it. Any questions, comments? We're here to help. If this is something you're considering, let us know. We look forward to hearing from you. I'd like to get your impressions, design ideas, whatever you got, just throw it at me, because this is kind of a new territory for us. So we're open to any suggestions, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. Ciao for now.